Hey guys, welcome to Surf and Show. I'm Noel Salas and we're stoked. Episode 1 for our How to Surf Better tutorials, and the topic, how to generate more speed down the line. This is going to be fun. Sit back, get your favorite drink, enjoy the show. Now each tutorial will have multiple episodes in a series. And we really believe that our content is best suited for that lower end, intermediate, all the way to expert level surfers. And the deeper you go in the series, the more advanced it will get. So we're watching episode 1 now. Episode 2 is already done, and you can watch it next by clicking on the Surf and Show Patreon page link that I put down below in the YouTube comment field. Okay, enough about that. Let's get started. I want you to pick your favorite surfer that you want to study. Obviously, they're going to have beautiful style from your perspective, excellent technique, and most importantly, you can type their name in YouTube and pull up a lot of good footage of them surfing different places. It's a proven fact that what you study, what you look at over and over and over again, your body will begin to mimic what it is that you're studying. Now, some of you guys say there are similarities in my own style that looks like Kelly's. Now, I've been studying Kelly for over 30 years, so I kind of laugh that when you guys say that, I know where it comes from. It's from watching him surf over and over and over again. Now, if you're going to pick a surfer, I suggest if you're a regular foot, you pick a regular footer. If you're a goofy, likewise, pick a goofy footer, because what we're going to do is we're going to look at a couple waves in each episode, and then we're going to study, pick apart a couple things, and then you're going to study your favorite surfer with purpose. And what's going to happen is certain things that you like about what they do, it will naturally come out when you begin to surf. Now, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to practice with repetition on these things that we're working on our Carver skateboard. So without further ado, let's look at a couple waves and find out what we're working on in this episode. As I pop to my feet, I set that inside rail line and I begin to pump down the line, but look how high I stay on the wave. Come off the bottom, hit that section with maximum speed. Let's watch some slow-mo. We'll talk about pumping in a minute. I want you to focus on the line in which I'm pumping from. See how high I'm staying? Let's divide this wave into thirds. Let's say that's the high line, top third of the wave. Let's say that is the middle of the wave. And let's say that's the bottom of the wave. And I just generated a bunch of speed at the top portion of the wave on my own. Now I want to do my maneuver. Consider this. How much wave face do I have to go down to increase speed on what I already generated? Remember, my next move is coming off the bottom and then up to the top to hit that section. I'm going to undo those lines, and I want you to think about this. Here's the line in the middle. I believe most intermediate, even advanced level surfers generate speed from the middle of the wave, and if you're generating from the middle of the wave, you only have this much wave face to come down. Look how much more I have. The higher I stay and generate speed up there will help me get around sections on really fast waves, and it will also help me generate maximum speed for the maneuver I want to do when I go to the bottom. This is the most important thing. It's not just about pumping, it's positioning yourself when pumping. Now this wave's all about pumping. It's about generating speed. It's about extending and compressing at the right times to maximize speed to do the maneuvers we want to do. So this isn't about the turn. This is about generating speed. So I want to start first with compressing. So I'm going to pause it right there. You see how my board is going down, and I want you to see my body. It's compressing down into my board. My left shoulder and my left knee are close together. I'm in a great athletic position. And this is something I want you guys to focus on when you're surfing or skating. I want you to compress as you go down. It will really help double or triple your speed. Think of skating a half pipe. When you're dropping in, you compress down because you want to generate speed to get through the flat transition. Now, I'm extending. So we noticed the board was going down when we were compressing. It's here now, and it's going to go up. And the reason it's going to go up is because I'm pushing off my board and by extending my body. So now my left shoulder and my left knee are nowhere near each other, and I'm pretty upright. So I'm going to undo those, and we're going to look at, see, there's the board going up. Look at here's the high line. Am I on the top third of the wave? Absolutely. So let's undo that because I want to take one more pump to go down. There's the compressing I'm talking about. You see how close my left shoulder and my left knee are? You see the board's going down. I want to get around this section to hit the turn that I'm looking to hit. These are the things we're going to be working on, and I want you guys to really focus on building good habits on good compression and extending to generate speed. Okay, you guys have seen the first wave, taking the high line, pumping up top. Then I want to come down, increase speed before I do the maneuver I want to do. Now if you look, I'm on a relatively flat street. It has a slight grade, maybe 5% downhill coming towards the camera. But since I don't have a bank or a wave to skate on, I talked about setting that inside rail and then compressing and extending while pumping. And that's what we want to go into next. Since we're on a relatively flat street, the way I have to generate speed is going side to side, rail to rail. Now, if you think about surfing a really flat wave, you can generate good speed going rail to rail. But what I'd like to get in your mind is compressing and extending the body while you go from rail to rail. Let me show you what side to side looks like first. Okay, now I'm going to go rail to rail a little harder with my hips just twisting my body. You hear the wheels gripping the ground as it's like the water grabbing your rails. You can push hard and generate lots of speed that way. Okay, now I've just demonstrated gaining speed going rail to rail. And where would you use something like that? Think of Huntington Beach, a real flat section. You have the option of going rail to rail and you'll see that. And that keeps the board moving real nice and gaining speed. Or you can hop, and think about hopping. As you hop, you're doing this, you're more on that inside rail and your body's compressing and extending, right? And then all of a sudden it starts to pick up and you're right in that same motion again. Instead of going side to side, then you have to change that side to side and push off the inside rail and start this motion again. Now we're gonna look at compressing and extending, and we're gonna marry the two together because that's gonna be everything moving forward in our lessons. Okay, as we get going here, you're gonna see I'm compressing, extending, compressing, extending. Look at the movement of my body going up and down, and I'm still going rail to rail. So I have rail to rail speed, and now I can use my whole body to generate more. Okay, so we talked about rail to rail, and then we took it a step further and we added compressing and extending when we go rail to rail. And when you do that right on your Carver over and over and over again, and you get deeper into your compressing and extending, you're gonna get this leg burn, which is very similar to surfing. A really long wave, surfing down the line, you're compressing, extending, you're really pushing, those legs are gonna burn. So it's very similar to surfing. Now, I don't want you practicing side to side. I only want you practicing the combination of compressing and extending as you hit those rails. Now, how often should you be doing this? At least 4 to 5 days a week on your Carver. And if you're doing it right, your legs are gonna burn right away. So some of you might only be able to do it for about 5 minutes at a time. The idea is to engrave that. We have to do tons of repetition. So when we go out and surf, especially for you weekend warriors, if you're only out there once a week on the weekend, you've got to do all your training during the week. So it's really important. Compress and extend, take the high line, then you can work on coming down and doing the maneuver that you want to do. For me, compressing and extending, getting the timing, repetition, generating speed, that's the maneuver and that's your practice this week. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the first episode in this series of generating more speed down the line. Episode 2's ready when you are. Just click the link below to our Patreon Surf and Show page and enjoy. Until next time, we'll see you in the water. Bye-bye.